This YouTuber in my niche is trying to ruin my life. So it all started a few videos ago. I put out this message for people who were struggling with the complex but fun game, Crusader Kings 3. So I was able to save this guy's game. If you also accidentally got yourself in a sticky situation, feel free to send me the file. Maybe I'll make a video out of it. Maybe I'll save your disaster. And I did this because over the last year, I've tried to cultivate this image of myself, that I'm actually not bad at this game. I know, I've done a phenomenal job bamboozling the entire internet. But today, this man is trying to ruin that facade. Unsolicited, he went out and intentionally destroyed a perfectly good Ironman run. He tried to make it the worst possible situation ever, and then sent it to me. He has a whole video on it, the link will be in the description, but he basically gave me these requirements for actually beating his save file. So to consider this file saved, he wants me to max out men-at-arms and max out court grandeur with a positive income. Easy. He wants me to be independent or have a non-hostile liege, have only vassals of one faith, be at peace and have an heir, have no factions except for peasants, and the optional bonus objective, which you know we have to complete, stay both Ottawan and Ottawan, culture and faith. And he says, if you can pull this off, you'll gain my respect, and I'll record a short of myself expressing my fealty to you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The stakes are high, ladies and gentlemen. The stakes are high. So taking a peek at the save file he sent me, we are playing as the Kingdom of Georgia. Before we get too deep into it though, I just want to clarify that I have spoken with Tarkus before about other things, and he is actually a really nice guy. I mean, he is Canadian, so that's no surprise, but he's also really, really skilled at this game. Maybe even better than me. Maybe. Georgia is part of the Byzantine Empire, and if you take a look, he started us off right with some faction rebellions here. They have 16,000 guys, we only have 5,000. We're currently in debt and losing money fast without our troops raised. Next, if you take a look at our royal court, you can see that he's maxed out all of our amenities, and he's done it within the last 2 months, so I can't put them down for just a little bit. He's also locked me into the domain focus here under the lifestyle, which is not terrible because it is stewardship, but I currently only have 1 of 9 holdings. He's given away the rest of whatever holdings he's held. So yeah, we're going to be wanting to change that out pretty soon. We're going to want to probably try to win this war and revoke some titles. We also have another dangerous faction that wants liberty from us, which is actually okay because liberty doesn't mean they want to be free from us. It just means they want more rights in terms of our crown authority. So a liberty war, you can often get away with accepting their demands for now, building up your power, and then reinstating the crown authority. Actually, I'm gonna tack that onto his list of requirements. Speaking of requirements, I would be completely remiss if I didn't mention today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid. Have you ever heard about Raid Shadow Legends? It might be the best mobile game ever. I think Raglan is the sickest champion there is. She can hit one enemy 3 times in battle. A close contender though is Tatura Rimhide, who is absolutely sick against bosses from the Doom Tower and dungeons. And now there's some big news. Raid just released the legendary version of Death Knight, and he is sick. One of the best champions. You can get him totally free just by logging in and playing Raid for 7 days between now and October 27th. But did you think that was it? No, there's more. You can use the promo code DKRises to instantly level him up to level 50, 5-star ascension. Would you expect any less from Raid Shadow Legends? But wait, there's more. Right now, Raid's running an amazing trick-or-treat Halloween promotion. Don't wait, because this is only available until November 5th. You can win a bunch of real-life games and prizes, including $1,000 Amazon gift cards, some of the best epic and legendary Halloween champions, and more. The best part, it's all free, and it's super easy. All you need to do is enter your Raid player ID. Just download Raid with my link in the description, then head to trickortreat.polarium.com. Then you just enter your details, spin the wheel, and collect your prize. And if you haven't started playing Raid Shadow Legends yet, click my link in the description or scan my QR code here. You'll get sick bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion, Burgess, 200k in silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard. A huge thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Just want to take 1 second to say thank you for being cool with the sponsorships on the channel. They let me upgrade the production quality and speed that you get videos, so thanks for that. Okay, getting back to it. We have low county control, that's fine. So low county control is a perfect opportunity to actually talk about control and its effects. So if you're new to the game or you don't know, there's this little button here with your marshal indicating you can increase control in a county. All these places here with red have low control. Now, what does low control do? You can see the control is 1 out of 100, so that's bad. And this will be reducing our taxes by 98% and our levies by 49%. So if I just take my marshal here, I ask her to increase control, she will slowly and surely increase the control on a monthly basis and eventually bring it up to 100. We are also in line to inherit a bunch of titles. Specifically, we are first in line to inherit this duchy, meaning if this dude dies,
Hey, yo, what's up?
it flows to us. Now, having said that, this guy lives right up here, and he's in a war with us, and he hasn't raised his troops. So if I raise my troops on their border and attack him, I have a higher percentage chance of getting him in my custody. Now, just upon unpausing, my liege wants to offer me the position of marshal in the Byzantine Empire. If I take a look at my liege's council, I'm going to gain 4 prowess. I'm going to reduce my army gold maintenance. Now, as I just mentioned, he raised his 4,000 dudes there. So let's just jump on him and clap him up. And it says it's going to be about an even fight here.
A few moments later.
And it was an absolute slaughter. I think I'm gonna go right and try and fight these guys. Now they're gonna run away from me up into the hills. Okay, perfect. So we caught these guys.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
So here's that liberty demand from that faction. I'm going to say I guess I have no choice. We'll lower the crown authority, but that's not a big deal because we can actually increase the crown authority after 12-15. Okay, let's see if we can't smack these guys up again, if I can catch them.
Hey yo, what the?
We're now at 35%. If we wanted to offer white peace, we could, and we wouldn't go any further into debt. So we're actually at 50% war score now. Now they only have 5,000 guys. We actually might be able to just go further into debt, take the dub here. And I'm not super worried about this debt because when I die, that'll reset to 0. So speaking of my gold income, if you take a look, we're currently losing 34 gold per month because of our armies and 6.5 gold per month because of our court amenities. Just peeking at our court amenities, if I crank these down, it'll literally cost me nothing. So let's go ahead and do that until we can get our gold under control, and we can always bring it up later. Okay, so I siege the capital. I have a feeling they're gonna come and attack me here. It looks like we'll probably lose this. They have more guys than us. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is before that ends, we'll just white piece him out.
It's me, Mario.
Now we have a couple guys in our prison because of this. We have this guy, for
Hello
example, who is actually a half-decent strategist. So we can recruit him and we can employ him as our executioner, but we'll also use him to execute one of these guys. This guy's actually not, yeah, this guy's terrible. Now the reason I'm going to execute him is because we can do a public execution. Now what a public execution does, all domain counties will gain 9 control. Next, I'm also thinking about executing this guy. Why? Well, because we are already a cannibal. So if we execute this guy and devour him, we'll lose 41 stress because we are a cannibal, and that'll put us below our stress level. You know, my first major concern really is the gold income, and that's because we're spending more on our men-at-arms than we are on our domain. Now, I don't want to disband any men-at-arms just yet, but what I want to do is take a look at these criminals.
Naughty, naughty.
Now, if any of these guys have titles, we can imprison them and revoke their titles. Oh, perfect. Okay, so this guy, we have a 69% chance we can imprison him.
Nice.
So if I take this boy and... Okay, I can't revoke his title because we're in a truce with him from that white piece. I can execute him. It'll cost me some tyranny, but I believe that, yeah, the title will flow to me next. And take a look, we are now at 4 of 9 holdings, and we now hold these 3 counties, which are actually important for one other reason, which we'll get into just 1 second. Next up, we look to inherit titles, right? So we are second in line for all these counties. So if you take a peek, there's 2 people in our way. There's our nephew, there's our niece. Can we murder our nephew? Yeah. So it's a 95% chance we can murder our nephew. And we got a stewardship perk. I'm gonna go up the avaricious tree. I know people didn't think I could say that word. The reason I'm going up the avaricious versus trees because it is my domain, which essentially wills money into existence through a decision. So what I'm going to do is just come on over to my liege and adopt his faith. A bunch of my vassals will convert, and my liege will like me a lot more. Now I can also come over to my vassal over here.
Hello.
Now she doesn't like me at minus 71. I can demand her conversion and she might accept. And I'll accept for a weak hook on her, or she has a weak hook on me. Let's try and revoke her titles. I like this 50-50 odds. And worst case, on decline, it'll start a nice war with her. Okay, so it does start a war with her. So I'm just going to raise all my boys, fire them right onto her capital. So I've split my army. Half are besieging down here and half are up here killing her rest of her soldiers. I'm gonna pick up It Is My Domain so that we have the extort subjects decision. And with that, we get 425 gold, which will bring us out of debt right now. There we go. An 100% war score. We can now enforce this. So now that we actually have her in our prison, we can just revoke her title.
No.
Grab the whole duchy.
Wait.
Boom, and that is ours. And as an Orthodox ruler, we can ask our head of faith for gold. He'll give us 600 gold almost. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and just start upgrading my buildings. This is going to improve my gold income.
Several months later.
Okay, and we've died. We'll be playing as our son. Let's give it a quick pause here. Taking a look at our son here. He's diligent, he's honest, he's zealous, he's an architect, he's rakish, and he's quick. He's got a good son here who is intelligent, so that is good. Let's take a look at this dangerous faction to start. So this first guy, our vassal and knight, if we demand his conversion, he might accept. So let's try that. This member over here is our cousin, so we can actually go ahead and negotiate an alliance with her. She'll accept, and that will cause her to leave this faction. We may have to just allow them to push their demands. So next, let's just take a look at this character's lifestyle. Looks like he's already gone down stewardship, which is pretty sweet. Looks like he already has It Is My Domain, golden obligations, and architect. So we literally got super lucky. This is quite possibly the best configuration. Cutting cornerstones reduce building construction costs. Architect also reduces building construction costs. I'm actually not going to go down stewardship. I'm going to go down the learning lifestyle. I'm going to pick up the medicinal focus, and I'm going to try to make my way on up to whole of body as fast as I can. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to grab wash your hands, which will reduce my chances of contracting illness and, dying. Iron Constitution, which will also increase my disease resistance. Then we'll pick up the rest of these. We'll finally grab healthy and then whole of body. Okay, we have a half sister that's able to get married. So if I arrange a marriage between this guy's son... Oh, perfect. And he leaves that. They'll recreate this, but that's fine because I think I can handle the rest of them on my own. Now, they recreated, but I can find the biggest contributor, find his daughter, arrange a marriage with probably my son and player heir.
Let's go.
These guys should definitely be too weak. And I also want to move my capital over here. Now, the reason for the move is because this land has both Ottawan religion and Ottawan culture. I'll be able to eventually convert to the culture here, and I'll also be able to convert to the religion via a wife of mine in the future. We had another son who is a genius, actually, which is kind of hype. All right, so I'm actually going to construct some castles down here so that we can actually have more holdings under our belt. So let's go ahead and petition our liege, and we can also ask for him to resettle our subjects. And he does it easy as you like. This guy is too nice, all things considered. Also, if you're taking a look and you say, wow, this courtroom is absolutely bananas.
How the hell do I get that?
It is 2 mods that you can download. This one specifically is the CFP Community Flavor Pack. You'll also want to check out the Expanded series, which gives you expanded portraits and mods and everything. So we can ask our Orthodox head of faith for gold again. That's 250 piney right there. That's sweet, sweet gold. Ooh, this Duchess is in our prison, and we can actually yoink her title from her.
Yoink.
We're gonna grant it to this son down here, and the reason we're gonna do that is because we'll be playing as him eventually. So in a new holding like this, I'm going to pick up a couple buildings, the walls and towers, because that gives us tax, farms and fields, because that gives us tax, and finally barracks, because this increases our heavy infantry damage and spearman damage, and I'm going to be buying a ton of heavy infantry in just a hot minute. So just to update you, we're currently making 40 gold per month after consistently reinvesting in all of these holdings. They are also at full control. So the year is currently 1221. I've been just grinding my prestige like crazy, and I can actually pass absolute crown authority now. So I need to divorce my wife. This one doesn't seem like the Pope will allow it, so I'm looking for the other divorce button. Oh, there it is. Perfect, and 95% chance we get a divorce on that one, so let's go ahead and lock that in. Perfect, and a 95% chance we get the old divorce. Yeah, I'll drink to that. Beautiful. May she rest in peace. No one will ever know. And then I'm gonna come over to arrange another marriage. Literally any Ottawan will do. This 37-year-old will do fine. Chance of children, none. But it doesn't matter because now we can just adopt her faith, and in doing this, we can actually kind of convert a bunch of our vassals also. So kind of as I'm just killing time here, I'm gonna come and just make sure all of my vassals are Ottawan. And if they are not Ottawan, I will demand their conversion. Like this dude, I'm gonna demand his conversion. And he might accept, and if he needs a hook on me for it, that's fine. I'm not fretting. We also have the ability to pick up whole of body. So yeah, we look hella old, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal. So we're 68 years old. I'm just gonna disinherit this kid. I actually wanna play as this kid. He's a genius. He's actually not bad across the board. So we actually have a ton of gold in the bank. We're making a ton of gold monthly. We're doing really, really well. I'm just gonna start cranking up my men-at-arms regiments just to kind of beef up my army. That's going to increase our army size quite a bit. It'll also increase our cost per month, but that's fine. So we've been saving up our gold and our piety. We can actually found a holy order for the Ottawans. This will be nice. Those are always good. Okay, our liege has revoked our title, or is trying to revoke our title, because he considers the Ottawans to be evil. Okay. Well, we're definitely gonna have to decline that. So it looks like he's gonna try and take my capital. That's no big deal. I'm gonna raise all my boys right here, and I'm also going to hire my holy order. Oh, come on, stop running away. There we go. Now, let's just chase him down and just keep killing him. Looks like he'll just sit in his capital and get demolished by us. And we are now at 88%. So I'm gonna leave some besiegers and then send the rest of the boys to follow him. Now, to make this go a little bit faster, I'm gonna change the commander to one with a siege bonus like this guy, and that should allow us to siege down his capital a little bit quicker. Okay, and we just got this notification. We'll be dead within a year. To try and prolong that as long as possible, I'm gonna pick up the medicinal focus, and as long as I can siege this down, we should be in good shape.
One eternity later.
Perfect, and we got 100% war score. Let's go ahead and enforce this. And our new liege is now this scaly child. With the remainder of our gold, I'm just going to boost up my holdings here. Make sure I've kind of maxed everything out I possibly can. And we've died, so we'll be playing as Despot John over here. Looks like we are in massive amounts of debt, which is quite unfortunate. But we'll go down the stewardship lifestyle. He's already gone down this first tree here, which is what you love to see. We'll select, you know what? We'll actually select the domain focus to increase our stewardship so that we can grab some more holdings, actually. We're going to divorce our wife here. We'll request the quick and dirty divorce. And we'll find a wife with the highest stewardship possible. This woman, 42 years old. Chance of children's medium, I'm fine with it. I don't really care about my succession right now. So our wife, will throw her on managed domain. That'll give us an extra holding. So we're now at 18 of 12. So I'm gonna convert to the local culture. He will now be an Ottawan. So now I can give away pretty much all of these duchy holdings that I used to have. So let's just grant this away. So after some domain management, we've gotten to 13 of 13 holdings. We're currently making 22 gold per month. We've got 15k dudes, most of which are elite soldiers. But we do have this Liberty faction on the rise. But the beautiful thing about a Liberty faction is we can just marry off. I'm gonna spend some of our gold on maxing out our men-at-arms here. The only one that's not maxed out are these guys, these elite horse units. Now these are really good, but they're also super expensive. They're 250 bucks a pop. What happened to the Byzantine Empire? Did I miss something? So in reviewing the footage, I did not notice that one of these wars down here was a dissolution faction on my liege. If you look, I'm still part of the Byzantine Empire until these actually fall apart. And then if I zoom out, it's all over. So I've done pretty much everything on the list. So I'm independent. I've maxed out my men-at-arms units. Vassals only have one faith. We got 4 heirs. So yeah, I've got my amenities at max, but the court grandeur itself is not maxed out. And in terms of factions, we have these populous factions, but that's like easy peasy lemon squeezy. There is one Liberty faction. I'm way too lazy. She only has 3,000 guys. We got 31,000. Is that all right with you, or can we let that one slide? So it was at this point I actually called Tarkus, and we chatted about the save file. Did I think to record his audio when I called him? No, so it just sounds like I'm completely talking to myself. I made sure that I completed all his objectives. Perfect. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something. It was a little bit more information heavy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want another informational video that's going to propel your game to the next level, I've linked it on the end screen right here. Take a peek at it. And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
The Ottawa Welshman is CK3, man, I'm the king of this land. If you want renown, well, I got it. The way I run my house, you know you want it. Got 1,000 sons, all named John. They probably don't know that their cousin is the mom. Tutorials played through, speed runs the win. No challenge too great for the Ottawa Welshman.